I'll just ask you a couple of chess-related questions,
Ooh.
or part of them. So yeah, don't worry, nothing too fancy. But before I start with all of this, can you give us a little short introduction of who you are? Let's just start with you, Jeffrey.
Oh, okay. Okay, my name is Jeffrey Batista. I live in Miami since 2005, which is when I arrived to the US. I'm originally from Cuba. Although I play Marcel, who's 18, I am 33 years old.
Oh my God!
Um,
These
yeah,
guys are killing me. Unbelievable. Well done. Okay.
yeah. And nothing. I am a singer and I'm an actor, and I am just so blessed to have had this opportunity. Honestly, I still cannot believe that this is happening. That there's a movie out there with John Leguizamo and four other talented kids. Well, there's Rachel Bay Johns and Michael Kenneth Williams and everybody else who was part of the movie. Such a great cast, but I just cannot believe that I was part of it, and it's just still surreal. And I'm just so happy, not only to have accomplished that as a goal for me as an actor, but then just being a real story, like a true story, and meeting the real guys, and just knowing what they accomplished themselves, and meeting Marcel, who's the guy that I play, and having built a relationship with him as friends. I just text him every time there's a review, and I'm like, listen, they're saying this and they're saying that. And also, I haven't thanked enough Carla, the producer. She is just what a human being. Besides just being the engine behind all of this throughout for like 20 something years, she's just so awesome to all of us. Honestly, Carla, if you see this, we love you. Yes.
That is so nice. Lovely. Thank you very much. Great. Okay, that gives a very good introduction. How about you, Corwin? Tell us a bit about yourself, please.
Hi, my name is Corwin. I'm 28. I'm an actor, singer as well. Um, I also a videographer. I love videos. I love to make my own videos. I actually went to school for it. Um, I reside in New York City, born and raised. And this film was a special film for me due to the fact that, not every day one can say that they were able to work with an idol, let alone a legend. John, Michael K, I'm huge fans of their work. These two guys are a master of their craft, so just being able to share the film or share the tube with them it's an amazing, humbling experience. There are a few things that I would take away from this process for the rest of my life, as far as the gems that both of them were able to give to not just me, but also as my castmates as well. But yeah, it was like all together. It was an amazing process. And to piggyback on what Jeffrey said, Carla is amazing. She's pretty much, has literally guided us through this whole process. This is like my first huge big film. So, especially when you have like names like John and Michael and Rachel, it's like I said, it's a humbling experience. I'm still pinching myself. It's a surreal process right now.
Wow. Both of you are the two main characters, or two of the main characters in the critical thinking movie. So let's just start with a question which is on my mind. How did you get the job, and was part of getting the job having a general chess knowledge one of the criteria? Jeffrey, want to start?
Well, honestly, if I can go first, I think that the ones who had the least knowledge of chess was me and Corwin.
Well, that is just fantastic.
Yeah, I dare to say that. I don't know if you agree with me, Corwin.
Don't worry, I'm just kidding.
But when we started practicing, the five of us, I feel like the ones who had the least, we would always lose at the beginning. That's the truth. Then, of course, I started practicing with Marcel, who, well, you saw the movie, so
Yeah.
then I started getting a little bit better, and then I we started playing online, and then that got us a little bit more of the confidence. But start off like from the beginning, no knowledge at all.
How cool.
Nothing.
That's really
Nada.
interesting. Okay. How about you, Corwin? You were also with a little knowledge, but I heard in a different interview that you were winning at least one game out of 20 at one point.
I won one game. I won one game out of like the 50 we played. One game, and I'm okay with one.
That's fine.
You know, like Jeffrey did, like, you know, Jeffrey as well. We had to audition, and you know, I had a little bit of, like, you know, knowledge of chess. Like, you know, I wasn't, like I said, I wasn't a big chess enthusiast, but, you know, I did have a little knowledge. And one thing I gathered from this whole process is chess is a game of like great depth, strategy, and mystery. It's almost like a melodic type of rhythmic feel, like that has its own sound. And it's not a game that, you know, that should be played fast. It's more of a smooth, strategic, and, you know, everything is well thought out. But that's one thing I gathered from this whole process. It's not like a fast-paced game. It has its own sound and vibe to it. So yeah, chess is definitely a very fun game to those who love it. And, you know, because I remember some people like, yo, chess is boring. I'm hearing some people, like, you know, some of the kids, you know, on set would say that to the extras. And I'm just like, you know, the more that you get into it, you realize it's a lot of calculation that, you know, that goes into, like, you know, into this process in this game. It's way more than, and I know anybody who plays the game, you know, seriously, they can vouch for that. It's a strategic game, and yeah, it's a complicated game at that.
Nice.
Yeah.
So yeah, and you were talking about meeting the real people in the end. You were portraying in the film. So how did that go the very first time you met them, and how much did it help you in the end?
I think, you know, whenever you're doing a true story, it's always nerve-wracking, because, you know, you want to make sure that, you know, each character that you're playing, you want to make sure, like, you know, they take away from what you're bringing to their life story. You know, it's not an easy thing, because naturally I'm not going to be the real Cedric, and, you know, Jeffrey's not going to be the real Marcel, but we have to hope that we can embody them to, like, the core, that the real, like, person that we're playing is like, okay, wow, I'm mesmerized, I'm blown away, like, this is me. So I think it's a nerve-wracking process, but when you succeed, it's an amazing feeling. You know, it's an amazing feeling, and, you know, from the outpour that we got, it just, you know, it's surreal. It's like, you know, it's a process that, you know, I definitely won't forget, you know, for the rest of my life.
I understand. Sure. Yeah. And Jeffrey, you're even friend with Marcel now.
Oh, he's my brother.
That's so
He's
cool.
my brother. Yeah, I mean, of course I'm Cuban. He's Cuban, so you know, that kind of like ties us together. But before everybody else was able to meet the real guys, I was already here in Miami. I was the only local guy the whole time. So even before they got here, I went to his house and I met him and I met his wife, and that day we were already playing. That first day, I have a photo of it, and it was like an instant click. I think it was the same day we went out to eat. It was just like, it was crazy. And nowadays we still text. I was just texting him this morning.
This is so cool. Nice.
Which is crazy. And he is amazing. He is just great. He's great. They all are, honestly.
Yes, I can imagine. It looked like, I mean, in the end of the movie, you just see all of them, how they're standing there, and you just have this feeling like, oh wow, it was a real thing, my God, or at least as real as possible in that sense. Thank you so much for taking the time for this. I know how much stress you must have in the last couple of months with talking to hundreds and hundreds, if not thousands of people.
Oh, thank
Guys,
you so much.
Thank you, appreciate it.
Have a great day. Bye bye.